guess while I'm here waiting, I might as well recap everything else that's gone on. This is July 5th, the evening of July 5th. July 1st was supposed to be the intended start date, which we did. We ended up starting at like 3 in the afternoon. I wanted to start as early as possible, but I had to return my rental truck, and I was waiting for a package that said it was going to arrive between 9 and 1, and it just never arrived. I couldn't wait for that any longer. Unfortunately, that package was important to make our trip go a little bit faster. So we went off 3, and then we ended up. The goal was to hopefully first day get about 90 miles in. No, maybe like 134 miles in. But with all this weight, we had to get some confidence first. Which I wasn't for a while. I was carrying way too much weight. I had to give some to him. And I had to tighten up my pannier bags. They were just making me sway too much in the back. We got to a place called Snoqualmie Ridge, where we relaxed in a park for like 3.5 hours while charging. Hardest part of that day was that Google took us to just middle, like it was obviously a hiking park, and we ended up pushing our bikes for like a mile. After that, we relaxed till midnight, and then day 2 starts, and we made our way all the way to Cle Elum, Washington, where I was on fumes with my battery at that point. All PAS2 up until then, and best McDonald's breakfast of my life, I think. And then we charged at a Memorial Park. Wasn't the most comfortable, but I did catch some Z's. He didn't. He doesn't sleep very well. And then we went off, and beautiful ride to Vantage, where we stayed a night in a little cabin. And it was nice to like rearrange our stuff and like point more of the weight towards the center. Stuff we didn't think about at first, and little minor critiques and changes to get comfortable. And after that night, we took off from Vantage and Scary Bridge or Highway, whatever, getting used to highway riding life. And we got all the way to Moses Lake, where I relaxed at a library and did some work on the computer. And while he relaxed outside with the bikes, they're a little weird. It was like 5:55, and they're like shooing me out the door. And then from that night, we went all the way to Ritzville, where I asked Love's Truck Stop if we could chill in the back, because we had a rest stop that we were gonna go about 20 miles ahead, and we're like, there's got to be an outlet there. Let's just chill at the rest stop. And we had enough battery barely to get there, I think. And we're at Love's, and like, hey, we have a guaranteed spot right here that we get food in the morning. We know there's an outlet here. They're cool with it. So we did that, and then we went to the rest stop the next day. There was no outlet, so thank God that we did that. And the rest of that day, we got up to the Eastern Washington campus, and one of the hottest days of my life. Just the sun beating down on us, and like he rested, but my entire objective was to keep those batteries as cool as I could. A shade, I had a fan blowing on them, and the chargers too. And from there on out, we probably had our best, the most pretty night of riding. We went all the way to through Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Much more beautiful cities than anybody could ever emphasize. Went through like this little, had a like PAS1 throttle through like this little festival. So many people were watching, like ready for fireworks. It was evening, and then fireworks left, right, center, behind you. It was, you could see for miles the mountains and just fireworks going off. The most beautiful fireworks of my life. I like, if I could say that happens everywhere in this area, I think everybody in the country should come here to watch fireworks and do what we did. And there's plenty of people on the bike trail, which was pretty interesting and pretty cool. And then we've had a few hiccups. Like I've broken a mirror by having my 10 miles in, my bike fall over because I dropped my walkie-talkie. Speaking of, I don't know why I'm not using my walkie-talkie right now with Joe. And I don't know if there's a truck heading in my direction or just two people that look identical, like thing 1 and thing 2 right next to each other. I paid $3,600 for LASIK, so I should be able to know by now. And then trying to think. Went to we rode. It got dark really early because like you couldn't go really fast because like you could barely see people. And because there's a ton of people riding without their lights, and I have no idea how the heck they could do that. It would terrify me. I have like 2 to 3 lights, and I feel not adequate. What else? The route. So it kept saying like, "Oh, you're gonna get there at midnight. You're gonna get there at midnight." Oh, here's 2 people here. I don't wanna be talking to myself as they're coming by. Definitely not a thing 1 and thing 2. Hello. Hi. Still in Idaho. I might have to go down there and see if this guy needs more direction on how to get here. He said he knows how to get on the trail. He said a half hour, which was about 15 minutes ago. But last night, it got really dark, and then we got to a point where maybe it's 10 minutes away from your destination. Like, oh heck yeah. Really dark outside, and then we hit like a roadblock. And I was like, I can't read. Like, I'm just gonna go through this. So we went around it. There wasn't any signage or anything that said like reason why it was roadblocked. I just thought like, oh, maybe some kids are just smoking up there. And you got more people. I'm talking to myself. Hello.
Howdy.
Hi. So you're just getting. What was I saying? Oh, lo and behold, the roadblock about a quarter mile up there is where a road, what would you call it, landslide occurred, obviously, and obviously a long time ago. So Google needs to step its game up and realize that that was not a route. And so I found an alternative. You had to go back about 2-3 miles, and then around another 5 miles of just brutal potholes. Like I thought Ohio had the worst potholes in the world, but this one road in Idaho takes cake. And just in the middle of the night, and then we got to a point where we're already 4 miles in. We're going downhill, and then we see far ahead it says dead end. I can't go all the way back there. Like, we're already almost close to running on fumes with our batteries. We already, I want to say, rode 70 miles on 2 pairs, and thank God, like, got a little bit closer, and the dead end was for a road to the left. I guess it veered to the left, and we went to the right, and eventually we got in about like 12:30 at night, when, if everything went well and there wasn't any 4th of July, if it was during the day and there wasn't any 4th of July traffic, we definitely could have done that ride and got there by 11, if not sooner. And then today, got all our batteries charged up. I worked in the morning a little bit at the campsite. And then, video happened? I think that road that, from last night really screwed Joe's tire up somehow. So, here's to getting through these mountains. I said these mountains are going to be tough, and lo and behold, they are. I'm sorry, Idaho, that I said I wasn't going to spend the night again here. It was nothing personal. But, I got myself some babies to see back home.